allow the two
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get it higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. My yegun diary politico, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. Aha. Now you not done here. All these bad politicians, then we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want to make the common man get waiting supposed get for this country. Una never hear something. Now go hear one. My ego, you go show na paper. My ego diary political. So my people make you shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo.
Hello, the brethren. So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Mayegun live. And thanks so much for tuning in. Remember that after reading the caption of the broadcast, you should, take a moment and read the description of the broadcast as well. Then like it, share it, invite your friends and your not so friendly friends. Tell them to join us too. The Mayegun is live. And since we have now started mixing the phone calls with the presentation and the rest of that, it is still the same. You can phone in anytime to contribute to this conversation, okay? So the number to call is right there on the screen, and it is a WhatsApp call only. Thank you. Now, the updates from those who kidnapped the school children and the teachers in Oyo State is now trending. This is the latest videos in the series of videos they've released. This is the third one. The second one that was released via, using Mrs. Alamu, the principal. So the terrorists complained of the rescuers making attempts to rescue them by force. And if they attempted that again, they were going to kill them. While the rest of the country was kind of asking, what are their demands? What do they want? So that was the first time we kind of like have an evidence that the people, the government, and those who are making effort to rescue them, they have actually found them. But the bone of contention now is the safety of the victims. So a few days after that, in fact, a day or two after that, the Speaker of Oyo State House of Assembly released kind of like a statement on the floor of the assembly where he alerted the reasons why the government is not interested in negotiating with these terrorists, because their terms are very much like impossible. So when he listed what their terms were, of course, we picked out all they wanted, and the ridiculous demands, which also included the Sharia future concessions on any lawmaking, for them, which is to protect their Sharia, allocate land for them in part of Oyo State where they can practice that as part of their demand. They also wanted their members who are in prison to be released as part of the conditions. So, according to the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, that was likely never going to happen. Now, Mrs. Alamu, who's, again, the pressing, appealing video is currently trending on social media, said that the terrorists, obviously monitoring the news themselves, so they found that out of all of their demands, the one that got the attention of the people, the one that seemed to be the point of attention, so to say, right, is the Sharia, the demand for Sharia as part of the conditions before they will release the captives. So they decided to make a new video. This time, they want to set the record straight, okay? That they wanted 1 billion naira in cash transferred to an account in Benin Republic, according to Mrs. Alamu, speaking for these terrorists who are like asking her to say all of this, was that no, they didn't ask for 1 billion naira. They did not ask for Sharia. They only just wanted their members who are in Agodi and the other prison in Oyo State to be freed. And they wanted to negotiate with government by giving the government the names of their members who are in prison in Oyo State. I have a lot of questions, and I bet some of you do too, right? But first, this statement credited to the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, which is the foundation for what is believed to be the official demands of these terrorists, and why the government is not interested to accede or accept all those demands. At least then, watch this.
Everything that is necessary for them to bring these children and teachers back. If it was up to you, would you negotiate with terrorists? If terrorists ask for weapons, they ask for money, they ask for concession on future laws of this land as part of their ransom, if you are the governor, would you accept those ransom? Would you accept for those people to be integrated into that community? We don't know the details. So please, let's be sensitive and calm. You do not know the details. The more you negotiate with these people, the more you are going to embolden them So please, a motion has been moved and duly seconded. Those in favor of the resolution.
So we have to be calm. I don't think if my kids with some terrorists in the forest for 24 days, I can ever be calm. But hey, this afternoon, the people who are keeping this or your children and the teachers released a video of Mrs. Alamu appealing again that the terrorists are obviously monitoring the news, the social media, and what everybody is saying. Therefore, the more the people propagate what the terrorists are not asking for, it is obviously going to keep endangering their lives. In a new appeal video, I advise viewers that discretion is advised for those who might be a little bit stressed watching this, okay? You may, I know, just warning.
Everyone, please, I have come to make some clarifications. Today makes it the 24th day that we have been in this place. And it seems that some people are making our problems to be complicated already. We were shown some print media where it was stated that these people that abducted us requested for release of some people. They requested for ₦1 billion. They requested for Sharia to be entrenched in the country. These are not true. They are just trying to create problems for us. We have been here since. We have not been forced to worship in Islamic way. We have been left alone. They have not troubled us concerning that. They are not asking for Sharia law. They are not asking for money. The single thing they are asking for is the release of some of their people. I don't know why they are peddling this rumor to make it complicated for us. Please, we are just begging you, don't play politics with our lives. Nigerians, please help us to circulate this. Let it go viral. They are not asking for Sharia law. It is not true. They are not asking for weapons. They are not asking for money. All they want is the release of some people. And the government will negotiate with them and know those that they will release for them. I don't know why they are playing politics with our life. Please, Nigerians, our lives are in your hand. Help us make this go viral. Don't let the government deceive the whole world. They are not asking for Sharia. They are not asking for money. They are not asking for weapons. All they want is release of some of their people. Please, let everybody know about it. Ẹ dákun, lórí ọ̀rọ̀ wa náà ni mo tún wá sí. Òní ló di ọjọ́ 24 tá a ti wà níbí. Ṣùgbọ́n tí wọ́n fi hàn wá ní orí social media ni pé wọ́n níjọba sọ wípé kí wọ́n máa ṣe Sharia law ní Nàìjíríà, kí wọ́n fún àwọn ní mọ́tò Hilux, kí wọ́n fún àwọn ní ₦1 billion, kí wọ́n sì release àwọn èèyàn àwọn làwọn tó fi wálẹ̀. Irọ́ ni, kò sóòótọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Wọ́n kàn fẹ́ sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí di ńlá fún wa ni, wọ́n fẹ́ fẹ̀mí wa ta wọ́n gé ni o. Ẹ dákun ẹ ṣàánú wa, ẹ bá wa jẹ́ kí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀. Ohun kan ṣoṣo tí wọ́n béèrè fún òun náà ni kí wọ́n fi àwọn èèyàn wọn kan sílẹ̀. Wọn ò béèrè owó lọ́wọ́ wọn, wọn ò béèrè mọ́tò lọ́wọ́ wọn, wọn ò béèrè ìbọn lọ́wọ́ wọn, wọn ò béèrè Sharia lọ́wọ́ wọn. Látijọ́ tá a ti débì, wọn sọ pé dandandandandan ká mọ̀ kírun níbí. Wọ́n fi wá sílẹ̀ jẹ́jẹ́ wa ni. Ẹ dákun ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ má jẹ́ kí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ yìí di ńlá mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí wọ́n bà tiwa jẹ́. Ẹ dákun, ẹ̀mí wa ó wà lórí okùn ni. Ẹ dákun torí Ọlọ́run, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ bá wa jẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn tó yẹ ó gbọ́. Ohun kan ṣoṣo náà ni wọ́n béèrè fún, the release of their people. They have not asked for any other thing. Wọ́n béèrè any other thing. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ má jẹ́ kí wọ́n tún yírọ̀ ìmọ̀ wa lẹ́sẹ̀. Ẹ dákun, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ ṣàánú wa. Ẹ dákun, ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
I can only imagine what they actually made do in that situation. You could tell that she's just speaking what they told her to say. Like, okay, we don't want money, we don't want this, we don't want that. Who are those people arrested and locked up in prison in Oyo State by the Oyo State government? I mean, I would want the media, if Nigerian media were that kind of like interested or allowed, by now we should start having the names of some notorious terrorists locked up in prisons in Oyo State. And what did they do? Like begin to have, I have said this many times before, right? I said, whenever you come on social media, for example, or you see it in the news, mostly social media, that something happened somewhere, consider that as maybe just one of 10 of the same event. Or they attacked this community, they attacked that community, yeah? And then you only get to hear about, a community attacked in Benue, somebody got beheaded. Some communities, people were killed in Jos. But you don't get to know about others. In Nigeria, they have done so well to give some level of a blackout to any report that has to do with insecurity in Nigeria. They have done it a lot. They have. So what are the battles that the government of Oyo State probably never reported? Or somehow, they have been dealing with this terrorism in a way that they have some of these, their fighters that prompted these ones to go all the way into kidnapping school children just because they wanted those ones released. Who are they? I'm going to dig. Obviously, I am. Eventually, if I find something, I'm going to share that. So right now, because by knowing that is how we're going to know what they did, right? And why the government should either release them or never release them. I mean, like that kind of conversation around, okay, should they negotiate and release these guys? What did they do? How long have this terrorism has been going on in Oyo State? I have been reporting some of these skirmishes, at least for the past 6 years. But those are the few ones that just got leaked into the media. So if we have some big shots terrorists in Oyo prison, that the lives of the Nigerians and the Yorubas, for example, right, their lives are now going to have to be exchanged for these characters. The people deserve to know who they are, what they did. Because this might be the beginning of God knows what. Like a lot of people have kind of like been suspecting, like projecting. So right now, the latest appeal from this school principal, we don't know how the government is going to react to it. But remember that when the sister to the former minister of darkness was kidnapped, I think 4 days ago rather. And then yesterday morning, 48 hours, barely 48 hours after their abduction, the police tracked down the kidnappers who are operating within Ibadan in Oyo State. And according to those ones they apprehended, they claimed that their intention and their plan was to abduct or kidnap the mother of the minister that they suspected will probably be with her daughter that morning. Unfortunately, she wasn't. So they decided to take the sister instead. And again, unfortunately, the children were in the car. So their intel didn't give them all that. They just grabbed them. And that's how they traced them. The Nigerian police traced them to this house in Ibadan. And after arresting them, evacuating these victims out of that place, the government decided to demolish the entire compound, the entire building, as usual, as a message to all other terrorists who are into the business of abducting people again for ransom. They are not Fulani, so they are Yorubas to start with. So the police commissioner of the state, who said he supervised the operation that led to the rescue of these victims. Right? I said something I'm going to share with you, okay? And I'll do that after this. Something I wanted to say again, just in between. Right. So the Nigeria Police, the Commissioner of Police in Oyo State.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Sir, we are right at the scene of where the kidnappers brought the victims. So, what are the things that you think that we should know about this, sir?
You have seen it all. They will kidnap from the town and drive them down there to hide them. For maybe they don't want anybody to know the whereabouts of whoever is the victim. So what is there is that you have seen that this house is within a premises. People have been seeing them coming in here without anybody reporting the conduct. And according to those who we have the victims that we have interviewed, they said they will be hearing what are the happenings in the other compound, but they cannot come out. So obviously, what is there is that if you see something, you say something. If they have done that, maybe for a while, we would have been able to arrest them before now.
Okay, what's your message to residents of Oyo State regarding when they have any or have idea of any sinister activities like this around them?
And they should report to the security agencies so that we can take necessary action. Okay.
Sir, is there any updates?
Can you help us to describe the how they were arrested? They were arrested. How the information was received? If it was a collaboration between the local vigilantes or give us a hint.
You see, after the incident on the 3rd of this month, we had a technical intelligence, and based on that, we made follow-up, which resulted to this. So it was purely through intelligence.
Okay. There are information making the rounds, sir, that this is politically motivated. How true is that, sir?
We are still investigating.
Okay, sir.
There are some
witness to the people of Oyo State, because in 2016 there was a law signed by the former immediate past governor against kidnapping. What do we expect? Because this is a building that was used for to commit the crime. What do we expect? What should the public expect after this?
The public should expect that the governor will take a decisive decision as regards this place.
There are rumors going around that Sunday Igboho has hands in this rescue operation. How true is that?
I'm not aware of that.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
That was their police commissioner. So initially they said that discovering where the victims were kept was through the ingenious intelligence of Sunday Igboho. That he was the one who actually found them. But I don't know, maybe he found them, he knew where they are and then shared the information. But we saw the video of how the policemen busted the house. Yeah, that video that some of you felt like it was staged, remember? So anyway, the decision of the governor then was, is that they should demolish the entire property, because there is a law in Oyo State that if you are involved in kidnapping, abducting people and the rest of that, you will go to life imprisonment. Not just that, any property to have been used for such illegal activity, right, will be demolished. And I think that's why they did that this afternoon. In just less than 24 hours after the rescue of the Adedibuse sister. Let's go to that venue.
This is the landscape.
Samuel, èmi àti ara wa jókòó sí wa ní.
ẹni tó jẹ́ kọmíṣánná fún ọ̀rọ̀ àyíká àti agbègbè àti ilẹ̀ wọ́n wà níbí láti bá wa sọ̀rọ̀. ẹ káàsán sà.
ẹ káàsán.
a rí yín ní bíbá lónìí, kí ni nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní bíbá?
adúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí jàmbá ṣe wá. nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ni pé ibi táwọn ọ̀daràn yẹn kó àwọn tó ń mú wá tó fún wọn pamọ́ síbẹ̀ láwà tí ọlọ́lá jùlọ ìlú tó ní ká sọbẹ̀ dilẹ̀ tó wọ́n ń gu lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí tẹ́yìn náà bá ti rí wọ́n ń gu lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. ọ̀rọ̀ tèmi dẹ̀ ń sọ ni pé eléyìí ó jẹ́ àríkọ́gbọ́n fún àwọn tó nílé tó fi lé wọn lẹ̀, fún àwọn agent tó ń fi lé rent tí wọ́n ṣèwádìí ẹni tó ń fi lé rent. yóò tún jẹ́ àríkọ́gbọ́n fún àwọn ará àdúgbò wọn pé téèyàn bá dá àdúgbò yìí ẹ ti ẹ̀ sọ sàlámà lẹ́kùn sí ẹ lọ wò ẹ bá sọ pé àkíní kan tó ẹ mọ̀rú kárátẹ́ èèyàn náà. bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé nínú ìwádìí àwọn ọlọ́pàá wọ́n sọ pé February lọ ti gbalẹ̀ àmọ́ kò tí ì ju ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì lọ téèyàn náà kó síbẹ̀ tó ń fi ń dá wa lójú pé èèyàn náà díìdí ìgbalẹ̀ náà láti ṣe.
Have a plot here. Have a plot here. You understand? Go standard. Have a plot here.
bó ṣe ń kúrò ẹ̀ dáhùn báyìí ó ń ta mí lára ẹ mọ àwọn lọ kẹ́ni máa fi fílà yìí sí géètì ó máa fi gbẹ kẹ́ni gbé géètì sí
ilé yẹn.
kéèjì kan wà ń bẹ̀rẹ̀
It's like some of you are actually reading my mind. So I wanted to say the same thing. That was a crime scene. So does it mean that it was only the minister's sister and her twin sons? Does that mean that they were the only victims? They are possibly not the only victims. There could be other things that happened in the house. There could be so many evidence that they could actually take their time to collect and possibly trace beyond those they caught in that house, or educated people who are supposedly those in government. That's how they do things. Because to them, they've captured some people. They will torture them to mention names. Once they mention one or two names and they get those ones, the case closed until another group will set up shop again. So according to the Commissioner for, I think, Land or Environment, I don't know, the one that spoke earlier, right? So he was advising the landlords who just left their houses in Nigeria, especially those of you abroad, though. who have the houses in Nigeria and they just gave the houses to some agents. They have no idea who are those they are probably like renting those houses to. So according to him, and then according to the people there, they said these guys only moved in April. Okay. They possibly rented the place earlier, but moved in April, that they started noticing that they were packing in. Right? And then that's it. They didn't know anything until the police came. This happened yesterday. You get that, right? So they were advising the homeowners to always check. And even you, the neighbors, if somebody just moved into the neighborhood, try and kind of like get to know them. You know what I mean? Like, it should be. That was his own advice. Okay. And they are doing all of this to send a deterrent to the would-be criminals. And that's it. I don't know, maybe because we have actually seen too many, you know, Western movies. Not even just too many Western movies, too many movies where you believe that a crime scene is not only preserved, it is highly protected. Because that can't be their first rodeo. You go what I mean? Like, it can't be their first job. And there may be other evidences in that house that could lead to probably finding the truth about some of their victims. Maybe some who paid the ransom and they let go, or those who didn't pay and they killed them, or just demolish everything. It's crazy, yeah? So the demand for the release of the school children, as well as their teachers, kidnapped from Oyo State, continues. I mean, in Ogbomoso, we saw the parents, the women, the mothers, the parents who came out to insist that it's been 24 days. 24 days. I mean, just to keep reminding us that there are still those out there who are not giving up, continuing to do their own bit until the right thing is done and until the children and their teachers are safely brought back home. Okay? And 2 days ago, I said, if this goes to another week, there is a chance, right, that, you know, this whole thing will probably escalate. And if by any, you know, unexpected kind of like a shock that the terrorists start to kill any of these victims, right, that this thing can actually cross border. But 24 hours after I said that, there were already those concerned diasporans in Canada who also took to the streets, okay? Not only to raise awareness from the, you know, from abroad, it is to send a strong message that this could actually be the real thing in the next coming days and weeks. The longer these people stay in the captivity, or if anything happened to them, this may be the trend. Yeah, it may be.
Back home in Nigeria, we are tired. The kidnapping, the bandits are taking over Nigeria. They are kidnapping our children. We have 47 children now, 36 children, 7 teachers. All together, about 47 people have been kidnapped for over 26 days. They have been kidnapped. A teacher has been beheaded 4 days ago. They killed a 4-year-old girl 3 days ago. They killed a 2-year-old girl just yesterday. We are Nigerian government to come up. We want them to be accountable for everything that's happening in the country. This is not the same thing they promised us. This is not the things they told us they would do for us. We are supposed to be saving our country. I am a mother. I have been crying for over 15 days. We have not been sleeping. We are Nigerians, Canadians, we are here. We are not going to keep quiet. We cannot be silent. Bring back our children. Bring back our children. We want these children home. We want them alive. Stop killing us. Stop killing our children. Stop killing us. Stop killing our children. We want the end of bandits. We are tired of bad government in Nigeria. Tinubu, you have to be accountable. This is not what you promised us. All the government to come out to our head. Canadian government, we are begging you. The United Nations, we are begging you. We want everybody to stand up for us. Stand up with Nigeria in this trying time. We want you to stand up with Nigeria in this trying time. Nigeria is bleeding. Okay. We are calling this government in the leadership of Tinubu to act fast right now. We need our children. Enough is enough. Nigeria is not safe. We are calling upon the Nigerian government to support us. Our children have been kidnapped for more than 2 weeks now. The children are 2 years old. The teachers, the principals, they have been kidnapped. Hello. They are being tortured every day. There is no shelter for the school, no shelter for our children. Our children are suffering. They did not yet. Enough is enough. Bring back home in Nigeria.
That's likely going to be the, excuse me, that is likely going to be the trend. And as much as I pray that nothing happened to them anymore, beyond what they have been through, and then their freedom or their release is made happen like as soon as possible. But we do not have control over that. It seemed that the terrorists have the upper hand when the government found them. The rescuers, when they found them, they used the victims as shield by sending out a message to the social media to say they shouldn't dare try to want to come and rescue them. And the government seemed to just have back out, like maybe just now, just providing security for them as they are moving. They are clearing way for them as they are moving them in that forest. So let's now accept that they are not demanding for money. They are not demanding for weapons. They are also not demanding for trucks. And they are not demanding for Sharia, which is all right. We would love to know, who are these people? Again, like, who are those people that prompted this armed terrorists that feel so deadly that after kidnapping these people, without making any demand, they beheaded a teacher who never fought them, who never did anything like resisted or anything or tried to escape, as a message of what? The message of intimidation, like, who is going to be responsible for the beheaded teacher? What did those guys do, the terrorists that are locked up, that belong to these other deadly ones who have taken these school children? Like I said, I am going to be digging. I have tried. There is no single information to point to, oh, hang on, there was an incident that happened in so place. And this crop of terrorists were arrested and then they were locked up. None. The only one that came to my mind is that old man. You know, that old man that was apprehended by the OPC. And then I think 2 or 3 other people around him were killed. He was arrested. His 2 sons were arrested by the OPC. And when they took them to Ibadan and handed them over to the police, the police took them, right? Because it's already public. and then they locked them up. So did the guys who arrested them. So they locked everybody up. Because according to them, those guys had no such authority to go and carry out such operation. So they were there for a few months. They were locked up in prison for a few months before they finally released them. But I don't think I heard that the other guys were released. And here it is. He was suspected to be the kingpin of kidnappers in that axis of Oyo State, right? This old man. That's the only person that came to my mind, right? That's the only one. But if these guys who kidnapped the school children are demanding for his release as one of the reasons why they did what they just did, then that means the intelligence that reported him as the kingpin of this armed terrorist was the right one. And it might be bigger than what the government of Oyo State will probably let us know or letting out. I don't know. I think my brain is just kind of like, picking all these suggestions, right? And trying to process all of them at the same time, just one after the other, because I can't imagine the level of terrorism that must have taken place in Oyo State that never made it to the media. Enough that, but Oyo State government was able to probably get some of these guys and lock them up in Oyo State that led to all of this. So I would love to know who are these guys. I would actually love to. Here is a guy called Tariki or something. I don't know if it's Seriki Fulani in Oyo State. Hearing his own experience that it's not just, non-Fulanis that these guys are kidnapping. That they have once kidnapped one of his own too, that they had to pay ransom in Yoruba.
Gidi. Èmi fúnra mi tí mo bá yín sọ̀rọ̀. Ọmọ mi àwọn kidnapper. Àwọn wá béèrè owó. Mo wá sọ pé ní fún lówó. Àwọn ṣe àwọn mú ọmọ yẹn bí oṣù méjì. Ó wà pẹ̀lú wọn. Àsìkò no cash. Àwọn béèrè 80 million. Mo ní ní fún lówó. Ọmọ yẹn wá lọ pa. Ọmọ yẹn. Di sí báyà rí ikú ẹ̀. Orúkọ mi ni Alhaji Yakubu Bello Sarkin Fulani ní Oyo State.
Alhaji, gẹ́gẹ́ bí awuyewuye tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà, gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ sì jẹ́ Seriki Fulani fún gbogbo Oyo State, báwo ni àwọn nǹkan yìí, báwo ni ó ṣe rí lára yín? Kí ni àwọn nǹkan tí ẹ̀yin náà rí sí?
Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn nǹkan tí ó dáa ni. Nǹkan tí ó dáa kò ní orúkọ méjì o. Kódà náà ni.
Seriki Fulani, Oyo State. He said his own son was also kidnapped and they demanded for 80 million naira ransom. But because he was like, he won't pay them, I won't give you money, they killed his son. That he is also a victim of all of this. And in conclusion, when he was asked what he's going to say, when he was asked what he's going to say to all this recent development, and he said, well, what is bad has no other name than bad. So that's a Fulani there. Okay. And Seriki Fulani. Okay. So in Benue State, somebody was sharing their own experience in the hands of this murderous terrorist. Benue. I think that's where you have Boko Abi. Boko in Benue. Well, listen to these guys.
They beheaded him and went away with his head.
They went away with his head this morning.
Yes.
Sad. That means this morning, where him been they go? You mean in your hand? Boko. Okay. And he was attacked.
Do you know, bros? This since this year. Last year they did it very well. This year, this is the 5th. This year, I think, no, this is the 7th person they killed at that spot. This is the 7th person.
If you are going out of Ikobi.
Yes, if you are going out of Ikobi to Gboko, they come from the camp where they are and they lay ambush, they kill.
So
I have
that means the road
pictures.
from that Ikobi to Gboko is not safe at the moment.
It's deserted. See, if you go to Akpete, nobody is at Akpete. If
So
you go to Inyap, nobody is there.
they must pass with security operatives if you want to be safe around there.
Yes. If at all you want to, if it is so important that you want to travel, the community will go and beg the police at Ikobi, the mobile police at Ikobi, to escort, and they will gather you people up to 20, 30. They will gather you people up to 20, 30 or 40 before they can go out of the community.
So right now, if people are not up to 2030, they won't be able to go out of Ikobi to Gboko.
I swear to God, you can't do it. You cannot. If you do it, you will just die.
Okay. He has been buried.
Yes, sir. He has been buried, but he snapped the picture of his corpse. They beheaded him and went away with his head.
They went away with his head this morning.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. No problem. I'll get back to you guys shortly.
They behave.
I mean, the brutality, the violence, the kind of anger that must be inside somebody, right? To attack someone who has done you nothing. Attack them with the intention of killing them. And then with that rage, I don't know, with that rage, with that anger, you decide to chop off their head. What kind of soulless people would do that? How do you become that? Yeah? Because from what I kind of understand about rule of engagement, you don't shoot at people who are not shooting at you. But that's not the terrorist rules of engagement, though. People are traveling. These are not soldiers. Soldiers are trained to neutralize you as terrorists and all of that. So you must hate them because their job is to get rid of you, right? Or civilians, you know what I mean? Like civilians, you will see Nigerians in captivity. They will tie their hands, they will tie their legs, they will be whipping them and whipping them. And I'm like, why are you doing that? If your intention is to capture them for money, the right thing is to make sure that they leave, right? So what kind of animal, what did the Nigerians do to these guys, right? That the intention is like when they seize you as non-Fulani, in that sense, right? Or you are from Nigeria, that I don't know, like they just probably, they don't see you as human beings. You know, like some of us don't see them as humans. Maybe that's how they also see us, but I don't have the, I don't think I have the stomach to machete a terrorist. Because to me, it's just that the moment I have a gun, yeah, once I demobilize you, I can give you probably a faster death. I don't want you to suffer. Or you can just leave you to suffer because you are a terrorist in that sense. Here you get. I can bring up machete and then begin to butcher and butcher. That must have actually become something else. Now, having crop of these young people, these terrorists, do this to civilians. Normal people that they themselves knows that they are already afraid. They are scared. They will do anything. But just because you want people to, I don't know, fear you, And then on the other hand, the government is spending billions to rehabilitate them without facing any justice at all. No real rehabilitation. I have a caller. I think my caller is still on the line. Hello.
Yes, sir.
How are you, Baba?
Hello. I'm here.
Air Force One.
How are you doing? Yes, sir.
I am very well, Baba. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good.
Unfortunately, a lot frustration and having empathy for these people in captivity. It's so sad, But from what you said, that what did Nigeria did to these Fulani people? I think the question should rather be, what did Nigerians do to Nigerian government? Yes, Baba, that should be the question. What has a Nigerian citizen did to their government? Because the most, I don't know what's the word right now, the most serious offense that every Nigerian citizen should charge every people in government, the past governors, past presidents, for, even in their grave, they should go and put handcuffs here, is that for you to be integrating a terrorist into the most sacred force in your land, I think that is the height of it.
It's treason.
So, if they can do that, what do you think the terrorists will think? That they do not value the life of these people. And they will be killing them. They will be kidnapping them. Is it not the same government that is telling people that don't call them bandits?
No, we should don't call them terrorists. They say we should call them bandits.
Bandit. Somebody that is not giving you peace. Do they even know the definition of terrorist? If somebody is terrorizing you, that means that person is stressing you, or the person not giving you peace. So somebody is terrorizing you, and you don't want them to call them that name. So we shouldn't be asking that what the Nigerians did to them. What has Nigerian citizens did to these wicked souls who are their fathers? Who is the father that raised Tinubu? Who is the father that raised Buhari? Who is the father and their mother that raised all these governors? El-Rufai, Alamu Mohammed. Who is that stupid one in Zamfara? Matawali. Who is their fathers and their mothers? Who is their wife? Who is their children? Who raised them? That you're supposed to be governing on the life and properties of your citizens, but you are now killing them because of your own gain. So that should be the question. What has Nigerians did to them? Do you know, unfortunately, that video that woman in captivity did, do you know, I believe that woman, the Nigerian government. I believe that video because that everybody is now convinced, like, okay, who is saying what? Who is saying the truth?
You don't think the terrorists are making us say that just so that let's even talk about what happened today.
You busted a kidnappers den, right? And the next thing you did is to demolish the place.
They say because they have a law.
Baba? Because they do what?
They have a law that says they should do that.
What law? That they should demolish the place.
Any properties linked to criminality must be demolished. Shouldn't that be after investigation is concluded?
That's where I'm going. So, okay, if there is a law, have you tried to find out? Have you tried to collect DNAs? Have you tried to collect every necessary space needed to aid your investigation. As far as I'm concerned, there is no law anywhere. They are covering their tracks. Yes, they are covering their tracks. There's no any law anywhere. Okay. They can it's only gullible Nigerians that they can be saying all those things to.
Yeah.
So I trust that woman that made video today.
That they want to
my own government. How simple is that?
But who can be this prominent member of a terror group locked up in prison in Oyo State? Why is the media not helping out in that regard? By now, they should probably be digging that out to tell us about some of these guys.
We should not be bothered that media are
social media to help them. Nigerian media, eh?
But it is people like you now that's been feeding us the right thing now. You know that the what do they call them? All these other media places in Nigeria, they all harbored evil. Because they should be the one even crying every day. They should suspend every activities on their channels. It will be praised not because of people like you and others. How are we going to be getting up there in social media?
Anyway, the first one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir,
for calling in. You have a good one, sir. So that's your first one. Now, let me give you an idea of what Nigerian forests actually look like when it is densely kind of like populated with trees and all that, okay? So the famous Sambisa forest, where the Nigerian army once upon a time reached ground zero. Ground zero means they reached the end of Sambisa forest that became inhabitable for the Boko Haram terrorists. But the story has changed now, as the same Sambisa forest, 60,000 square kilometers of land that cut across like about 6-7 states in Nigeria. And then there is another one called Alamu forest, I think. That one is practically almost the same size as Sambisa. All these forests are occupied by different terror groups who are carrying out different forms of illegal activities, including illegal mining. Now, let me show you what Sambisa looks like when this Nigerian military were doing their surveillance and they shared this video. So imagine to have the resources to map such. You don't even need helicopters, you don't need choppers. In this day and time, there is a geomapping that some of these drones are capable of doing, and they can give you 24/7 kind of like a data of everything going on, except the ones that are so populated that they are like providing shade for this terrorist. But like I said, there are drones who can read the thermo, something, that one that read body temperature of humans and spot them, even if you are under any shade of trees and all that. Nigeria could invest in all of that to get to know the characters who are lurking in their forest. Then we have the same thing in Oyo State. You should see that too. Well, yeah, I have a caller. Hello.
Hello, Maegu.
Papa.
How are you? This is Ruben again.
That's Ruben. From
Ruben,
in the UK. How you doing, Baba?
Yes, please. Yeah. I'm good. And you? How's family?
Well, we thank God. You know, can't complain.
Good.
Thank you for asking.
Just a quick one. Yes. I listened to what Air Force One said. You see, there's a lot of things that people don't pay attention to. There's something called details. When things like this happening, it's called details. Yeah. You see, this guy that kidnapped the Adelabu sister.
Yep.
I don't see those ones as terrorists. I'm telling you, those ones are not terrorists.
Okay.
Those guys are not terrorists.
But
You see, when they show, you see,
anyway, so you can probably call it like a murder
kidnapping,
second degree murder.
Kidnapping is terrorism. But you see, the ones that that did the job of that Frenkele sister, those ones are not. They are not kidnappers. I won't call them kidnappers. Those ones, there is something behind it. It's got to do with Adelabu himself, with somebody that we don't know. And they just want to use that one to deal with him. Power that's being in it. I will mix it both English and Yoruba. That one is power that be, because when they went to bust them up, they killed 2 people among those guys.
Yes.
But the rest, they lined them up. Yeah? You and I know. Real terrorists in the forest, they cannot explain as those guys.
You would have started shooting from outside anyway if you find their location. You don't just go. Those ones, they were like people living there. Or should I say, they're just like people. They're just like people who are providing short sleds for kidnappers. So when they bring their victims, they will be providing for them, taking care of them until ransom is paid. Because the way they shot at them is kind of not like terrorists. I get what you mean, but criminals. Okay, go on.
And they are criminals, and then that's number one. Number two is this. You see most Fulani. You see when we're talking about kidnappers, you see the ones that kidnap those school children. Those are real Fulani kidnappers. Those are real kidnappers. But you see the one that did the Adelabu sister. Those ones, because the reason why I know all this. Yeah,
tell us.
I lived in Ibadan. Anytime I go to Nigeria, I stayed in Ibadan, and I know challenge. I know that Elewura, because there is one school called a community Elewura. I know those areas very well. That is challenge. Challenge is a busy area. You see what?
It's actually during rush hour, morning rush hour, taking children to school.
Thank you. You see terrorists, like the one you always say on your show, the ragtag terrorists. They will never come into the city to operate.
It's too dangerous.
It's too dangerous. Magazine mélòó ìgbà ẹni wà mọ̀ pé àwọn aríkú yẹrí wà, àwọn tó lè yẹrí fúnfún wà bàdàn. Àwọn kan jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa wò pé once they finish all the bullets, ṣé wọ́n fẹ́ mọ̀ fún àtẹ́gbẹ́sọ̀ ọ̀gbọ́n tó lè bá wa operate. Wọ́n máa wò pé ẹ má fọ èyí boys, ẹ má fọ. Wọn ò ní jùbọ mẹ́ta lọ. Tẹ́ bá ti gbọ́ the third shot, ẹ rush wọn, ọ̀tá ti tán. Wọ́n mọ iye ọ̀tá tó máa load. If real terrorists, Fulani terrorists should come to an area like Challenge, or one of those who are Beni, Abolo Mokola, or busy area,
no, they escape. They will wreak havoc. They will wreak havoc, but they will not go.
Ibadan, the largest city in Africa. Ibadan is very busy. It is one challenge area. Ibadan is very busy. By the time they line those people up,
professional kidnappers, probably these ones are professional kidnappers who can just take you from traffic.
Those ones, you see, real terrorists, real kidnappers that wanted to kidnap you. All this, you see, there are two versions. You see the one for that Adelabu sister, those ones, now but you see the real terrorists, the real kidnappers, the one that kidnapped those children in Lobomosho.
Well, it's still and drag them into. But for different reasons.
I know it's kidnapping. It's kidnapping, but we need to. You see the one that happened to Penkele's sister. And I will say it, and I'll keep saying that one. You can say it's politics.
Okay.
There's something behind that one. We're still going to get to know all this. I want no more deep or just say I want to stay to our
okay.
But I want to know more showing.
If we have any emotion that we want to share at all, it should be towards the people who are real victims. No,
I won't even feel sorry for. I'm not a callous person, no, but me, they feel sorry. I want to they know they cannot come for Adelabu himself. It's minister, the security around there. So they will go for one of his family. That's how they can get to him. But
Thank you very much.
And this is one thing that a lot of people, I just want to quickly add this one. Michael, did you see these same people in this Nigeria? Do you know what happened last year? I don't know, maybe you've heard this.
Which one?
You see all these bandits. I have the evidence. I can tell them to you. These bandits, they are on TikTok. Yeah? You know those bandits that always wear all these military khaki? Yeah. And could you believe they are on TikTok with the way they display money? Live TikTok, and they were doing giveaway. Do you believe Nigerians are sending their bank details for giveaway? Giveaway. Giveaway. And when I read the comments, I saw some of the comments. You can see our girls saying, "Oh, you look so cute. When are you coming to Kwara? When are you coming to Ibadan?" Imagine.
Yes.
That is what they were asking terrorists on TikTok live. You see what all these Gen Zs will cost. I have this screenshot.
I saw it.
Imagine a girl was
I just couldn't watch it.
A girl, one of the girls, I went to look it at his page, at her page rather, on TikTok. Very pretty girl. And she was commenting on live TikTok, "Oh, you look so cute. Why are you choosing to be a terrorist? Okay, when are you coming to Kwara? When are you coming to Ibadan?" One of them even said, "When are you coming to Ibadan?" I was like, "Mobe." Even if you look at my status on this number, you will see what I use as my status this thing on my WhatsApp. I was like, what the hell? If Nigeria is a working country, all those Andu that were commenting on terrorists, sending their bank details for giveaway, they need to be arrested, all of them. But Nigeria is not a working country.
That one is going to be counterproductive, but they will just probably question them in a normal country, right? Or possibly there will never be a terrorist that will be live on any social media for more than 24 hours before they will yank them off. But somebody said, if these terrorists, these Fulani terrorists especially, they said if they make announcements that they will pay everyone who is ready to join them 1 million naira each, and recruitment
people will join
in Zamfara. Don't be surprised. There will be Nigerians that will
people will go.
They will pack their bags and they will head to that place. Whether they are going to be kidnapped or killed, they won't care. They will go because they believe that any job is job. It is people are that messed up. I was seeing all the comments on social media. It's mental. Ruben.
Yeah, even they arrested. Okay, let me leave you my book for another person. Anyway, thank you, my brother. Thanks a lot.
Okay, all right. Thanks so much for that. So I have another caller on the line, and here, hello. Hello,
Mayegun.
Alaji Wahab.
Mayegun General.
It's been a long time. I thought you've probably just abandoned me like that,
No.
Not from you anymore.
Almost join from the beginning.
Right, because
that means but bẹ́ẹ̀ni mo ti ń gbẹ́ láti jẹta mo pè díjẹta náà mo lè wọlé ni.
Right.
It is very close. But at the same time, Ọlọ́run ọba láàánú ní padà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run ọba láàánú á fún ẹ nímọ̀ àti òye o. Ìjẹta yẹn ni o sọ pé ọmọ ẹ ó dákẹ́ pé it's unusual ipò fẹ́ lọ wò ó. But inú mi dùn pé àwọn kan dẹ̀ kọ́ọ̀lì wọlé tó béèrè àlàáfíà ọmọ náà.
That's right.
Mayegun, torí èèyàn bá gbọ̀n ṣe nínú mi lónìí, inú mi wàá mọ̀ pé inú mi dùn. Inú mi ò dùn pé ọ bu àwọn woman yẹn so àwọn kidnapper ọ bù wọn so ń bẹ̀ yẹn o. Kò ṣe pé bóyá yẹn inú mi dùn sí o. But woman yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ kan tí èmi kàn láìkí pé ó ní àwọn people yẹn sọ pé àwọn ò fẹ́ spread Sharia. Wà láìkàláì nǹkan tí fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ ní bọ̀bọ̀ kan tó pè é lé jẹta nìyẹn. Eléyìí ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé bóyá Muslim àbí ṣé 1 billion ló fẹ́ fi spread Sharia ní Nàìjíríà ni. Bàbá tèmi, bàbá tiwọ náà, bàbá gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tá à ń gbọ́ kìíní yìí. A ní family tó jẹ́ Christian tó jẹ́ Muslim tájọ́ ń jẹun para wọn. Pásítọ̀ kalẹ̀ jáyé kìíní kan kalẹ̀ jáyé. Bàbá mi ò lọ pa wọ́n wá pa bàbá mi nulẹ̀ tiẹ̀ bó ti tọ́ wa dàgbà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá nìyẹn. But kò ṣe pé Sharia làwọn people yìí ń jà fún a ti ń tẹnu mọ́ wọn ń ṣe Muslim báwo ló ṣe máa kidnap ọmọ ọdún 2? èmi máa accuse àwọn kan wà fẹ́ pọ́n mọ Sultana Sokoto bóyá ń lọ ṣe meeting ń yọ ṣe kíní kan mú mi yàn bíi méjì bọ̀bọ̀ múríkì yẹn ó ti delete nọ́mbà mi náà á ti fẹ́ tó 3 years mo tún láwọn méjì kan dé pé wọ́n súnmọ́ àwọn politician Èkó àwọn gan ìkànnì wọn náà ti delete ìkan tó wá kù pé kó bá a gbé kíní lọ fún Sultana Sokoto tóun gan bá jẹ́ mùsùlùmí ó yẹ kó denounce kíní but ìyẹn kọ́ ni wàhálà torí wàhálà ibi tó wà ní pé kíní ni pé gbogbo àwọn tó ń tá à ń gbìmọ̀ pé a fẹ́ vote ní 2007 Nàìjíríà wo la fẹ́ vote fún. Máyégún má ṣì mí gbọ́ o Tinubu máa win kò yẹ pé mo support Tinubu o ó máa ra George ó máa ra gbá ó máa ra wo about 2 weeks ago bọ̀bọ̀ kan pè é lórí kọ́ọ̀lù ẹ̀kọ́ apàmọ́ wa nínú train mò ń bọ̀ lé nínú ìmàdùn kan tí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn sọ pé Tinubu ti bribe everybody ó bribe Prince Charles ó ti lọ bribe Macron Prince Charles ti lọ bá Donald Trump ó ti ń pọtí gbogbo ilé kan tó máa ṣe kínní but tó bá wá win kò lè lójú 4 years yẹn lọ kí ló máa kù fáwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ń wájà àwọn people yìí. ṣé kí la fẹ́ ṣe.
Well, I mean, one thing I need to blame anybody mọ́ ń sìn.
ìyẹn ni pé a ti work down a ti work down wọ́n fẹ́ kò yí pọ́ fẹ́ extremist Nàìjíríà Fúlàní fẹ́ gba Nàìjíríà fúnra wọn ni nǹkan tó bá wá kù kó wá kù ẹ̀ kù ó kù ẹ̀ bọ́ gbogbo àwọn tó ń gbọ́ kínní ibikíbi tẹ́ bá wà tẹ́ bá jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ jẹ́ ká rórí wa wò kò ń ṣe Sunday Igboho ideology ní àwa ọmọ Yorùbá ẹni tó ní pé adé ògún lẹ́nì tó wá di lọ́la tó ní adégún tó bá máa jọ́ ṣaka kó jọ́ ṣaka tó bá máa jó ṣoko kó jó ṣoko ká mọ̀ ẹ́ kò ṣe pé bóyá ilẹ̀ máa bú bàbá lẹ́nì tó bá di lọ́la bàbá mi ni àwọn ò sínú yẹn Yorùbá ọ̀hún táwa dàgbà bẹ́ẹ̀ nú lé tiwa the top most of ọmọ Yorùbá bẹ́ẹ̀ nú lé tiẹ̀ ọmọ yóò gbàgbà fọ̀ òun káṣọ wálé ẹ̀rọ ojú olè ẹ̀ mú láti ìjọ́ tí Tinubu ti débẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ bá a béèrè question kan lọ́wọ́ wọn kí ni Tinubu ti ṣe látọdún mẹ́ta yìí ta lè sọ pé bóyá ó ṣe dáadáa ẹ bá ṣe bọ́jẹ̀tì ni àbí owó tó ń lọ yá àbí ọ jíyàn gbé first lady ó ti ń rà náà ó ti ń bùgà ipò òun fẹ́ fún àwọn kan mọ́tò ṣówó tiẹ̀ ló ń ná ni eléyìí ò ṣe gbogbo yá Nàìjíríà tòrò Nàìjíríà ò tòrò kò ṣe gbogbo yá ayé ti ọmọ Ìgbò kò ṣe gbogbo yá ayé di Fúlàní nǹkan tó máa break backbone Nàìjíríà tó máa break gbogbo kidnapping kí Nàìjíríà split ni let everybody go their way from there if you agree with each other we could come back another day because there is no constitution in Nigeria that will be one to work with there is no rule of law in Nigeria that will be one to work with. Nothing in Nigeria. We are just naked.
So when we are tired of pretending, we'll go our separate ways.
We are pretending. We are naked. Wọ́n gbẹ̀yàn lé ní wọ́n tún máa gbẹ̀yàn ní Oǹdó lọ́la. Ẹ máa dín kọ́ lọ mú wa. Owó náà wo Lukan El Salvador. Ọmọ tó wà ń bẹ̀. Tinubu ti bọ́ ọmọ tó ẹni tó ju president bẹ̀ lọ.
That's right.
Wọ́n fẹ́ lọ kéèyàn less than 50. Ó kó 2,000 army lọ síbẹ̀ 500 policemen lọ síbẹ̀ pé battle to finish ni táwọn ò ní àwọn ní ìkọjá mọ́ ni kò sí nǹkan kan tó ní Jonathan wà ń bẹ̀ wọ́n fọ́nbù Buhari wà ń bẹ̀ wọ́n fọ́nbù Tinubu wà ń bẹ̀ wọ́n fọ́nbù sọ́wọ́ bandit ta ló tún máa tó ń bọ̀ Obi gan can't do nothing shit go and release Nnamdi Kanu I will campaign behind Nnamdi Kanu I will sing behind him not behind Obi. Not behind Baba sọ pé kan because they have nothing no ní logo.
So Alhaji.
Tinubu ò ní logo Tinubu kò fẹ́ kó gbogbo asádánwò ni.
I know. Thank you so much.
Tinubu kò fẹ́ kó asádánwò ni. Àdánwò tó máa kó Yorùbá sí wà láìka lọ́lọ́ jẹ́ ká lè bọ́ níbẹ̀ ni. Thank you very much Mayegun. More respect fún ẹ máa gbẹ every day wàá gbáyé. All your callers to everybody. Thanks for all your contribution as well.
God bless you.
Nice one.
You have a good one there. So to Alhaji, right? Tinubu is probably one mistake that happened to Nigeria and just to everyone, just as much as said the Yorubas. So, but we'll see how that goes, according to him. Now, I do have other stuff to share, by the way, before we continue with phone calls. What do you think? First, the NDC. Something happened where the supposed NDC, the Peter Obi's party, who are currently like others, right, battling with the selection process. The other day I was talking about the fact that we witnessed their primary elections. I shared it. And I was looking forward to what the numbers or the figures will be. And those who succeeded in that exercise. It's almost 2 weeks now. Yet, apart from them just confirming that Peter Obi is their candidate and they gave him their certificate of return and flag, we have no idea how many votes did the NDC members actually give to Peter Obi by states, like other guys did their own, okay? So we don't have that. Not just that. Those who contested for the National Assembly tickets, Senate reps, House of Assembly, and state governors, right? They have no sort of like a clarity. Who are the winners? Who are going to be the candidates? So right now, they are now pretty much like debunking some of these lists. They call it lists released by the party, the party leadership. That's controversial on the side, whereby we have no idea how that's going to go. So there are accusations, counter accusations on, then they released a statement, a very long ass statement, which, according to some of the obedient, seem that the NDC is about to start moving mad, like the Labour Party. So I'm going to try and bring some of that write-up, that release. And there is likely going to be some backlashes in the coming days. People are already kind of reacting. What do you mean that obedient movement should collapse into the NDC? People are asking that the obedient is an independent one that is not affiliated with any political party. Is this an independent body put together to support Peter Obi? So how dare the NDC want to kind of like appropriate that? The actions, sure, right? But we'll come back to that. There is this thing also brewing in the Niger Delta State, to be precise, between the Shekiris and the Jaws. Tompolo, government Tompolo. Yeah, Tantiata, being a theater or something. Yeah. So the guy who is the federal government contractor when it comes to the maritime protection in Niger Delta part of Nigeria is being said to have appropriated all of the employment opportunities that comes with protecting pipelines and waterways in Niger Delta. Now, some of the youths and some of the groups from other states in that same Niger Delta, from other tribes of Niger Delta, have been fighting behind the scene that this contract should be shared by them. It should be shared among them. It shouldn't just be Tompolo controlling everything. So yesterday, it was reported that Tompolo sent his own boys, right, to go and take over a particular kind of like a jetty, right, that triggered the Shekiri youth to stage their own counter kind of pushback. From what I have been hearing and seeing, we might actually be dealing with some serious fights in Niger Delta soon. There are many things going on there, okay? I'm just picking some of those ones that are becoming prominent, like this one that is said Tompolo ordered a blockade of the waterways supposedly to be in the territory of the Shekiris, and then the aftermath.
Yeah, the protest just start to. This time protest, I won't go off company like this now. It's serious for this. I don't be say. I want women. Tompolo has asked women to go shut down the companies. This is Jones Creek, Life and Direct. They are going to go off the companies. I don't see them. company, all the lights, power system, everything. I don't see them. Yeah, the protest just start to. This one protest, I don't go off company like this now. Things serious for this side. Let me say one thing. Women, some people has asked women to go shut down the companies. This is Jones Creek, Life and Direct. They are going to go off the.
Sorry. So according to that report, there's a flow station. Flow station means an oil rig, okay, where they are pumping crude oil. So he ordered that the flow station should be shut down. The waterways around there and some other companies there, the waterways should be blockaded. And then some of the other companies there shut down because they were supposed to be paying homage to him. He was supposed to be controlling all of that place. Meanwhile, in Delta State, where you have these Sharia people, they felt like that is trespassing. Tompolo is like, he's got the contract for the entire Niger Delta waterways. And it's also like, no, you don't. You don't have that. So they staged their own today to chase the Tompolo people away. And then they decided to start patrolling the same space. Make some videos to show that they are ready for anything at all. That's why I said something is brewing. And in Niger Delta, they are not new to this form of a violence caused by limited economic opportunity. Do you understand? Because they have to be the ones collecting taxes from these oil companies. Once they are no longer doing that for them, that means Tompolo has cut off their own little source of income. And that is a recipe for disaster.
This is Chevron Nigeria Limited. We're outside the dock here. This is our facility. This is our facility. We are Chevron. So Chevron is we are host allow the passage of Chevron facility, the Chevron boats to go out. We too will also allow a free passage here. So they hold their side, we hold our side. So everybody get their facility with the cover with the host. So we hold our home, they hold their home. So if they release their home, we should go leave our home too. It's a very simple thing. You know, we hold here and if we leave here too, we will go to Oriire. We go Otumara. We go share flow for Otumara. We go share flow for Oriire. May everybody hold their area. Delta State. And we are out there in Chevron. We have community of Chevron. Outside and you can see the facilities of the program. Allow you to passage Chevron crew. We too allow Chevron to go out and let Chevron operation to move on. And we leave this place. We are also moving down to share facility, both the one at Osmara and the Big community. So, shut it down. So, this is what it is. And all of us get the water. One person not get water past one. So, make everybody hold their side. If they hold their side, we hold our side. That's like that. A horror for horror. So, this is what it is.
Inside the dockyard, I wanted to pepper us. You understand? I wanted to pepper us. We said no. until I do the needful.
Who just said that?
Sorry, you chairman, huh?
Yes.
National Youth Chairman.
Yes.
Watch your proposal, Papa, they watch the vote.
And the business believes normally. Now we get the river. Nobody get the river pastor. Nobody get fuel. As you see as well, we dey outside the dockyard and body dey pepper us. You understand? Body dey pepper us. We say no until I do the needful.
This is Sharia Nigeria Limited.
You know, thuggery in Nigeria is of different kind of species, kind of groups. So if you see the agberos, in, let's say, in the west of Nigeria, the western part of Nigeria, right? Then you have these Niger Delta thugs, young people, youth. Some of them kind of like grown-up men too. They're not like too young. This is how the society, this is what the society created, and this is how they have to make a living from that society that has limited opportunities in the case of abundance. You get that? They are the region that produces chunk of the Nigeria's crude oil. Billions, hundreds of billions of dollars have been earned, and hundreds of billions of dollars have been looted and stolen. It is the most degraded part of Nigeria. Enough that they are dealing with, due to oil extraction, they are dealing with this contaminated environment. Aquatic life is almost dead in this part of Nigeria. These are people who live around water. And therefore, they are very much like fishermen and women who were supposed to be making their living from that. But crude oil that was supposed to be a blessing has now turned to a curse. Underdevelopment, lack of job opportunities. So young people resorted to self-help by demanding for royalties from all the companies, oil companies that are making money from their land. And therefore, different groups, every community gets something from all these oil companies. And they are represented by their youth. If they are strong enough to push, if they are not, other communities will be collecting their own royalty. This is reality in the Niger Delta part of Nigeria, unfortunately. There is life in some of their cities, don't get me wrong, but the chunk of their young people are mostly surviving on this kind of adventure. So they have their own equipment because the fight is on water. The Agberos in Lagos, for example, they have to fight you on the land, even though Lagos is also very much close to water, like water, surrounded by water, at least, right? But the Agberos in Lagos are not those who uses their boats, speed boats, yacht, all those kind of luxury on water. And they are very well armed. They are very good, even fighting on water. I mean, like having to fight on water. So therefore, they used that to keep their own economic survival, these young people. Some of them have been killed. Some have been jailed. But last, right, those who remained, and even those who are new as well, have to like learn the rope, learn the trade, or else you probably would have to end up in Port Harcourt, okay, doing Agbiru too or something. So much losses in that part of Nigeria, and just like every other part of Nigeria too. In Lagos, where you have this abundance as well of thugs of different backgrounds, okay, operating in Lagos, because that's the basket is like where they shovel all of them. But the local ones are mostly the most dangerous ones. They are mostly homoniles, land grabbers. Unfortunately, some of these land grabbers also became kings. How they did it, well, the rotten system, of course, and how they also cut out their own opportunity from the society or the country that is blessed with so much, but yet our people suffer so much from lack. So those ones who can use whatever they want by what we call the dog eat dog, you know what I mean, kind of. So they leverage on that to create this economic opportunity for themselves on the blood of the other weaker citizens. Do you get what I'm saying? I know, I was just talking. There's somewhere I'm going with that, by the way. So leaving those in Niger Delta who are preparing for war with themselves, fighting the alienation, a Supreme Court judgment, a sharing of the security contract, and all of that stuff. They are dealing with that, and they could lead to them having to start killing themselves soon. But in Lagos, the Omoniles are already destroying lives of hardworking people who have been left so vulnerable by their government, because government was supposed to protect people, right? Protect lives and properties. Therefore, somebody can't just wake up and decide to just be like, you know what, you all need to pay me confirmation fee of a 3.5 million naira. If you fail to pay the money, then I'm going to take your house. Those who dared him, you know, Oyo State. Yeah, Oyo State is in the news again, of course. Those who were the victims few weeks or few months ago, those ones are still very much licking their own wounds, abandoned by government, abandoned by the society. And just like every other past victims, they are left to tend their own wounds. Others are joining. That's what Nigeria is. Turn by turn Nigeria Limited. Remember? The only thing that is evenly, democratically shared in Nigeria is that shege. That's what we call the turn by turn Nigeria Limited. Those who watched or saw those victims of yesterday, maybe praying that it will never get to their turn, or they may never be so unfortunate to lose the property they worked out for to some greedy, selfish criminals who are working under the cover of God knows this rotten system that protects them. They keep getting away with it. Oba of Owuru wanted the people in this part of Owuru, in Lagos, right? He wanted all the houses to pay 3.5 million naira as what he called the confirmation money, or confirmation something about their properties. Those who refused, they started demolishing the houses, started setting their properties ablaze. And it is not in Borono, just so you know. It is happening in Lagos. Here is a victim chased out of her house from distance, making a video of what has become their once upon a time home.
Today is good morning, everybody. Today is 8th of June 2026, and this is what is happening now in Oyo State by the indigene. We are asked to vacate our area within 48 hours after demolishing. Now they are setting their things on fire by the king of Oyo and the indigene.
The king of Oyo and the indigene, just like that. The last time they were demolishing houses in that same part of Lagos State, they just gave one excuse as well. Meanwhile, the intention was to get rid of all these people, okay? And then sell the land to real estate developers who are going to quadruple the supposed value of the land. And then after they demolished everybody's houses, before they could even explain to them, they started offering them compensations. Somebody with a house worth over 200 million naira in that property, because with the land and the property, right, they were being offered 3.5 million, offered 5 million naira as compensation. A week after they demolished everybody's houses in that place, yes, guess what happened next? The company that is owned by the king of the same Oyo started advertising future kind of estates in that place, asking people to come and pay money. if they wanted to own houses that will be built on that same land in the coming future, they should start paying money towards that. Lagos State government, nobody cares. And in fact, the guy that is supervising all these kind of actions, right, demolitions, that's been pointed out several times, right, is actually working with his Lagos State government. I mean, the ministry that is demolishing people's houses. That's where he works. Somebody who is claimed to have a special interest in all of this land grabbing, using the tool or instrument of government to deprive people of their own properties with no official compensation for you. Just land grabbing. Mental, right? However, the same Lagos State task force, or another group of people called the task force in Lagos, they were going all about to apprehend those they suspected as suspected beggars. Oh, well, probably up to something not good. And then they also paraded those arrested for different kind of crimes in Lagos. I put the two together just for you. So please watch.
Hello. Stole it, you take it from the ground, and you have a buyer already. Which state are you from? Oyo. Oyo. You are from Oyo? Are you part of the kidnapper?
On the straight line.
Badagry mi da. Ṣé Badagry lẹ? Hey, Badagry da. Aki.
Let me the good guy.
How did they catch? I'm
If you know Nigeria very well, like if you grew up in Nigeria very well, you probably will be familiar with scenes like that. Because the way they work is that they go out and their job is to raid everyone. And in that sense, sometimes the way you look can lead you to be arrested and paraded like that. Okay? And then those who are like petty thieves, those who are stealing car parts or stealing bikes, you know, those ones, so arrested, you'll be paraded with them. There's possibly that you get to see other criminals too. And then your family will come later to come and pay them a bail money, which can be very, very substantial. Yeah, I've been arrested like that before. Okay, but I wasn't paraded. It was a cafe raid, right? So it was that time. It was crazy, right? It was that time when they started this internet calls in Nigeria. All right, this was around 2001, 2002, 2003. So you buy airtime at the cafe, and then you go to the phone booth, all right, and make international calls. So we're calling this family in the UK at the time, and they just came, everybody out. So they listed us and took us to Yaba. And from there, we had to pay 5,000 naira, myself, my two brothers, and I think a neighbor. So we've had something like that. And most of the time, it's not basically because some of these guys paraded were actually criminals or suspect of anything. Most of it, sometimes they may say, oh, there was an armed robbery incident that happened in this area earlier today, right? And then this evening, they will just start raiding. So if you're just coming and you're at the bus stop around that time, you may end up in the police cell, be paraded. But there were real criminals too, by the way, those who were caught in the act. I have a caller. Hello.
Go, Baba.
Baba, how are you?
I greet, bro. I'm fine. How is everything?
Well, we thank God, though. I greet you too. Thanks for asking, though. Please.
Yeah, so this is Ochman from hosting. Baba, you know all you've been saying for all these years about, us coming together to dissolve the contraption, and, nobody has been listening. They've been jailing any voice that tries to speak out. Baba, it's obvious now that the contraption cannot hold anymore. Because this video now that you just showed, rounding up people that are not Lagosians, some that are terrorists, some that are not, it is evidence that the trust has been destroyed. And this is how we start. It starts with round up. This is how we start. From then, it might disintegrate to something like a Rwandan genocide. In your initial broadcast, remember, the terrorists are now changing mind. Papa, if you tell me, say government had no did this thing. Immediately the terrorists looked at the protest has passed Yoruba land. It's now nationwide. Next thing, their handlers now tell them it's not Sharia. Because if you tell me, say the speaker don't know what's in the talk.
Me too.
You understand? If you talk, say speaker, they talk nonsense. So people hand
even these women, and even if these victims, there's no guarantee that they actually have the idea of the demands. They just have to say or do whatever they ask them to do.
Exactly.
It's crazy if the government only added all of that conditions.
Baba, the government no add anything. Baba, the government, remember you've been saying it right from time that they have not listed out their demands.
Yes.
Remember now, and we've been watching them.
I kept saying it for
days. Just been until the speaker, she kept saying it for weeks. Until the speaker now said it. So, Baba, there's no how these people will just keep these guys in the bush and be taking care of them without any demand. You understand? Resources they go, the more time they spend there, the more people closing on them. So they don't already see people don't they ginger. And I'm sure they must have known that the next step now is for the indigenous people now of that area to say, lock up, make we enter bush. You don't be, say you don't be. You understand? Make we enter bush, make we go find people. Because it's getting to that stage.
You know, from that video, there's evidence that they found them. Because a few days ago, the woman said and appealed, just because they told her to do that as well. She was appealing that the government should not use any force. That the last time they attempted to come to them, it got these guys infuriated. They were angry. And they said next time they tried that, they were going to kill them. Remember? So that was my own evidence that they found them. They know where they are. So they know their location right now. Should we go in? Should we not? That's my own probably observation.
No, what I feel is that they'll be changing, they'll be moving locations now.
Okay.
You understand? But I'm just disappointed because me, I know many military men within Nigeria, where they well trained. You know, we don't go stand horse, that are in special forces, that even come here for training. Do you understand? There is no way you can't tell me that there are no special forces that can locate these people and minimize the collateral damage. Like, you cannot tell me.
Hey,
Baba,
there is.
you have to tell me now. So what's going to happen? Make men just enter that bush. It's too much. Like, it's becoming too much. Because at this stage now, they feel end those, God forbid, they feel end those people now just disappear like that.
Man.
God forbid, I beg.
We just say, may God forbid, though. Some people
God
will say
forbid,
nothing will
I
happen.
beg.
Don't say that, too. If anything happened to them, it will change this whole conversation. It is either the government themselves won't find it easy, or this is going to now snowball into that your genocide, Rwanda stuff.
So that, yes, now, because if you see, say, the people, they don't fear.
No, people don't.
You understand? They don't, the people where they handle them. So the people, their handlers don't fear. Don't tell them, say, reduce them from this one. Talking are just release of prisoners. Once the system maybe that one know and they observe the environment, say people don't vex, people want to enter inside the bush. But then go do what they want to miss. These people just want to destroy our country for all these politicians. I don't understand. This is just too sad.
Thank you so
Baba,
much.
make I free other people. Well done, bro.
I'll take another one. Somebody's on the line as well, I think. Hello. Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, hello, ma.
Hey, how you going?
Ma'am, how are you?
I'm good. So, about this video that the woman released, I'm surprised that some Nigerians are running with it. Like, this woman said they didn't ask for this, or they didn't ask for that. Somebody is making video under duress. She's going to say whatever they want her to say. I strongly believe that they asked for all those things, truly. They asked for it, but they never expected the pushback that they got in Yoruba land. Is this their first rodeo?
Possibly.
You remember they done it in the north. I forgot the state where they released kidnapped kids and they gave them money. They released their terrorists that were captured.
It happened.
And then enlisted them in the military. Yeah. They enlisted them in the military. Those are demands now. Those are the things that they asked for to release those kids. So and the people that are happy, yeah, they didn't. It's a lie, or they make it up. So why would they kidnap almost 100 people just not to ask for demand?
No, just to demand.
And they've been talking about this Sharia.
Their members.
Yeah.
So who are these people? Me, I am kind of like a curious, right? Or are you not? Like we have been covering what's going on in
of course, they will have some people in their custody that they want released. Truly, that's part of it. But the Sharia thing and everything else too was part of their demand. You know, they've been talking about this Sharia thing in the West. They held a conference discussing Sharia. You see a lot of our clerics, Muslim clerics, clamoring for Sharia.
Especially that one from Ogbomoso.
We even have an Oba that is also clamoring for Sharia. So this Sharia story has been going on. Yeah. So what are they talking about? How can we be believing in what a woman that they put gun to our head, say this, and then they say that, oh, okay, yeah, they didn't want this, It's because they are trying to walk it back when they saw the reaction of the people. That's what they are trying to do. Because even now, the Muslim clerics in Yoruba land, they are getting pushed back too now. The people even the Jomo people are now asking them questions.
In fact, they're asking
like
them
you
to take
people
a
are
position.
bringing this to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're asking them to take positions and say, what do you think about
Exactly.
this issue of? So is that why they kidnap children now because of Sharia? Is that what our religion has become? A lot of them are pushing back, like you said. They are distancing themselves. Like no.
Yeah. It's because of the pushback now. Because the people, so it's
like
true.
people are going
so
into
now
the
they
forest
have
with
to
their
walk
dang
it back.
guns, and I'm like, hey, my God, typical, because
People
that's typical of us. You know that?
Yeah.
It's typical of us. People will start gathering together and say, oh, yeah, let's go after them. Let's chase. And I'm
Let's
like,
go
do you guys
now.
know who you are going after?
Anybody go, whatever weapon that you have, let's go in there and see what's going on there. So they are saying that this thing may probably result in this civil war that we don't want to. So let's try to walk it back.
Do they actually have such mind to think like that, these animals? Or are we just trying to project and think maybe they are?
Yeah, but that is the reason why we say the people cannot just be quiet. You must be active to protect your life, to protect your land. You have to be active. And the people they are gradually realizing that now.
So in the nutshell,
so they now say that it's
in a nutshell, right? You can say the Yoruba saying that Olowo, Ologun, like you are dead.
So I just want the people to be very vigilant. We don't let all these things that they are trying to do to make you relax. You understand? As we are watching them, the Fulani terrorists, we're also watching our government. We don't want them to sneak Sharia underground into whatever they are doing. So we must open our eyes.
I'm with you. Thank you very much. Let's take a look at one.
Thank you, Marego.
God bless you.
Mm-hmm.
Yoruba will say you have no money. That means you are not rich. Then you have no gas. You have no real voodoo. Something that you can at least use to shakara people so that they can just be like, leave him alone. No, don't touch him more. Then you don't have your mouth. Like you can scream and shout to the point that people will say, it's okay. Okay, it's okay. It's all right. It's calm down. Calm down. You don't have all of that in Yoruba land, but Yoruba will say you are dead. You get what I mean? And when I saw the video of our people with their dang guns and all of their amulets and everything, and willing to go after this AK-47 wielding terrorist, I am like, I kind of like that energy. But in today's warfare, you don't go to a gun war with a damn gun. Here you get now, like you don't do that. But people are pretty much like, they're motivated to say we are going to go after them. This is Yoruba land, this is our land. And that scares me. Okay? If the terrorists decide to probably, with this level of... Anyway, I'll take this. Hello.
Hello, Marego.
Baba, how are you?
Fine. You remember what I told you yesterday, last time I called in? I told you that, you see, when I saw the video of this woman changing on what they requested to release those 2 children, you see, Islamization of Nigeria has failed again, as it failed 200 years ago. It has failed again. You see, all those elites in North, they are at the North that are sponsoring this, that are pushing Islamization of Nigeria. They are not even qualified. with the type of what they are pushing to Nigeria. Because if like educational level, if you check North and Iran, you see they killed like over 35 or 45 leaders in Iran during this war. And anyone they removed, you will see the other one will be professor, nuclear physics. The other one will follow, professor, nuclear physics. Top ones. But if you look at our Nigeria, the Northerners that are pushing the same thing Iran people are having, the educational background is rubbish. So they are doing it for political and they want for political gain, and they want to press the poor down so that the elites there, they will be enjoying. The poor will never enjoy. But based on so let's bring it down to this thing that happened at Oyo now. Very soon, I told you, you will see that all those imams, all those sponsors, they will withdraw themselves. Like I used the video you showed me.
They are already saying that they were misquoted. They are quoted out of context. Different things.
Yes, but you see, you saw that video that they showed yesterday in Ikorodu. They caught them. This one, where do you come from? Sudan. Where do you come from? Chad. Where do you come from? Mali. Their boys, the boys that they brought into use to terrify Nigerians, to terrorize Nigerians, so that they can get what they want. Those boys have lost focus. But I saw when they started doing giveaway on the TikTok, started talking to women, started talking to girls, flirting with girls. Then some of them are now opening where they are. Some of them are now raping on camera. They are now raping and making video, posting on camera. So those boys are lost focus, and those men that thought they can use Islam or more Islam to hold them down, they have lost control of those boys. And now those boys are now inviting their brothers. That's why you see them trailer load coming down to South where there is money. Take them to the bush. There's a lot of money. And they are coming for the money. They are not coming for that Islamization again. And when you go to the north now, all those elites that want Sharia, all of them, they have court cases of stealing, embezzlement. So they are not even qualified. That's why the one they made the commissioner of Islamic
Boko Haram control. Is that what you mean? Like
yes. It's gone. It's gone. They cannot command Nigeria. The only thing is that they brought Nigerians to the level like these people are now coming in to terrorize Nigeria, taking money from Nigerians, kidnapping Nigerians anyhow like pure water. But based on Islamization agenda, is gone. Gumi will change mouth. Kadan of Sokoto will change mouth very soon, because what those people are showing, I believe their counterpart in Iran and other Turkey, they don't like it, because Nigeria is the first place a terrorist raped somebody on camera. On camera, and posted the video. So Islamization of Nigeria has failed again the way it failed 200 years ago. So now, like I said to you yesterday,
just now purely criminal elements, and it is right time for those who are real Muslims to join others to condemn and even get rid of them.
Exactly, because yes, because it will get to all of them, it will get to all of them, because those boys now will see money on their head. All those boys will start. Yeah, they'll start seeing money on the Gumi. Don't be surprised. The time we get to Gumi will not go to the bush again to negotiate. They will catch him and request for ransom, because those boys, they are on drugs 247. They are on drugs. So a lot of things are going on now. So the Islamization of Nigeria, we can now forget about it. But removing APC and Tinubu government is a step ahead to stop Islamization of 100%, to remove people. So that connection, that contact, those people that are in the government, political, those people that are under politics and government that want a Sharia in disguise, those people will cut off. That contact, that control will go off. But those boys that are in bush, those that are soldiers, they've lost control about those boys. That's what I want to say. So now Nigerians can now agitate and push them. And push and go against them. All right.
Agree. Thank you so much for that. Okay. I love that perspective. I mean, there are those who also agreed in the comment, right? To say it is pure foolhardy right now for anybody to think there is still their Islamization agenda, because they have seen the pushback. the Yorubas, especially the Southerners, who have pushed back on the idea, the agenda of trying to to push this political Sharia. That makes sense. Because right now, it seemed those ones who are primarily campaigning to Islamize Nigeria, turn Nigeria to the caliphate, the Boko Haram, they've split it into 3. And right now, they are just mostly in Borno and Lake Chad, where they have been very active, right? So it wasn't like when they used to advance and we could say, oh, but these Fulani terrorists, these ones are not coming to do Islamization. I would likely want to agree. Well, I'll let somebody else say theirs anyway. Hello.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening, ma'am. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well too. Thanks for asking.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. First of all, I just want to say a big thank you for all you've been doing for the movement, should I say?
Mm-hmm. Just for the for the hood. So yeah.
You're doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
I really just wanted to respond to, I think it was a caller that called about four callers ago that said, and I think I understand what he was trying to say, that Adilabu's sister being kidnapped is not really kidnapping. I think he said something along those lines. Like, it's not really kidnapping.
Like it's either politically motivated or some personal dealings and all that.
Yes. While I think I understand what he was trying to say, I think it's good to set the record that anytime anyone is taken against their will, it's kidnapped, and it's an act of terrorism. So let's not get it twisted that because for whatever reason it happened,
like that narrative downplay this fly. One or that one.
Yeah,
people should even know that
narrative does not fly.
Yeah, you know that if your girlfriend comes to you to your place, she says she's leaving, and you decide that no, she's not, and you lock the door.
Yes.
That's kidnapping.
Exactly. It is kidnapping
something that looks that simple. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's kidnapping if she decided to report you.
Their will. Exactly. It's as simple as that. So let's not downplay it and say, oh, because there's some political motivation to it, then it's not kidnap. You know, while like I said, I think I understand what he was trying to say, but you know, let's not get it twisted.
I agree.
The other thing I was going to say is that, you know, your platform is one of those platforms that I come to when I really want to get authentic news about Nigeria. And for that, that's one of the reasons why I said thank you so much for all that you do.
Thank you.
But I think beyond the talking, the listeners, even on your channel, we need to now actually come together and I know you have the Yoruba Union going, but I feel like the Yoruba Union is probably about 4 steps ahead, because for us to even get to a place where Nigeria then becomes, Nigeria splits, there has to be a revolution first, because the current state of the country as it is, we're not even ready for that split, which I think ultimately that's where it has to come down to, because this country as it is not working.
No.
It's not working for Nigerians or the people who are meant to be the citizens here. As you've always said, it's working for the people that it's meant to work for.
That's right.
You know, it's working exactly how they want it to work.
Absolutely.
But for us who are Nigerians, it's not working.
No.
So for me, I believe strongly that beyond us coming together day in, day out, listening to all these things that are happening, there now needs to be a way forward, even with us in the diaspora as well. We need to actually now start having that serious conversation about how do we get this country from just talking. I'm in my mid-40s, and I feel like we've been talking since forever, you know, and there just has to be that point where...
my lady, right? It's beautiful. People tend to have become almost indifferent. However, they also can't ignore totally. Like you can pretend that, you know, you're not bothered and all that, but when you are by yourself, you can easily think about some of things that could go wrong and all that. So I want to believe that we are ready. Some people are just waiting for that moment.
You
know, that moment that it comes, you know. For example, I'll use past ones that were never concluded. And that is why somehow people thought they were probably failed adventures, right? But they were not failed adventures. I used the recent one, the 2020 NSAS protest. The way it happened, it was basically because people have become so tired. Remember the 2019 elections that they believed Buhari lost, but he rigged it.
That's right.
So that anger was still there in a way, but yet people felt like Nigerians, as usual, they are quiet, they are not saying anything, they are not doing anything. Then boom, police officers shot at somebody in Delta, Warri, precisely, I think. That person didn't die, right? And in fact, right, we heard that it wasn't actually really shot directly, it was shot blank. But the news hit the internet, the same internet that people are seeing people killed, shot anyhow by the police. They just couldn't have it anymore. And just like that, it started. Absolutely. Yeah, it wasn't concluded for a reason that probably has bottled the whole frustration right now. So I think people are ready. People have lost trust in the system. They've lost trust in the election. But somehow they are still trying to participate. So if anything should happen tomorrow, that we wake up tomorrow, it may be just the list of things. It may be it may be Remy that will slap somebody, right?
Yep.
And suddenly people are just mad. They are just angry. They are just crazy. Before you know it, diasporans are already on the streets asking them to go. Now, maybe anything that will happen this time will be conclusive. That's the only thing I am a bit not so sure of. But about people knowing what's going on.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah,
because
being ready. You are ready.
My point.
Yeah, you know, somebody like you is ready. You are ready. If tomorrow, if you see the reason to join others on the street of London, you are going to find a means or any reason to be there. You know that?
Absolutely.
But a lot of us have not seen enough reason, which is frustrating.
And this is where, because I listen to Uncle Dele Farotimi every Sunday morning without fail. And one of the things that he's been hampering on, I would say for the last year, is we need to have a plan for the day after the revolution.
Yes.
And that's probably where we missed it with the NSAS, you know. So I actually listen to him, and that particular point that he makes, I ponder on it all the time. We need to have a plan for the day after. And I think that's just where I'll leave it tonight.
Bless you.
It was really lovely speaking to you. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you.
Have a good evening, okay?
Take care.
Yes, ma'am. So indeed, because I don't want us to downplay our own contributions. Because when I listen to people, when people called in, there is only one very, very good impression that I get from your calling in. It is that no matter how much you try to say you are not bothered, a lot of you invest your time, right, to monitor what is going on in Nigeria. And whenever you have an opportunity to express what you know, whether you know much or you know little, but there is no single one of us in anywhere in the world that is not interested in what is going on in Nigeria. There is no way you can avoid it. So that simply means that a lot of us knows that things are not going right. A lot of us believes that it's either they change how things are being done now from this trajectory that Nigeria is headed, it is not going to end well. But at the same time, you're also hoping that maybe something will happen that will kind of unite everybody to agree that, you know what, that's exactly what should happen. And then just like that, people where they abuse themselves, attacking themselves on social media, even threatening themselves left, right, and center, people that you think would never, ever come together, suddenly, even your own military and police, they will all fall in line. But it's like I'm kind of like a painting El Dorado, right? An interesting thing that will happen that may likely never happen. I get it, right? But whether it's going to happen or not, that is not in my hand or your hand. You get what I mean now? It's not, really. These guys in charge of Nigeria will mess things up so much that you will not need anybody to preach to you that it is time. It's either this whole thing ends now or everybody should just perish. I strongly believe, and it's so close. Here, hello. Can you hear me?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Is that Idris, yeah?
Yes, sir. Idris. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, brother. How are you?
Thank you. Sure, just sir. So, what I want to say is about this Islam of the thing. That 2 or 3 days ago, last week, when the information came out that we were trying to Islamize something, I was just like, how is this possible? Though, to me, there is nothing to JKF in me in the world again. But my own is, how do they want to do that? See, like myself, I'm a Muslim, but there are some times I do question myself that why is it that everything about insecurity, about terrorism is being clamped under Islam? Like the way I was brought up is the way they define Islam is the religion of peace. Right. Then what happened to that? That was how I was brought up, and I went through the 4 walls of Arabic school. As a matter of fact, I graduated from one of the Arabic school, and I at least I know some of what is inside the Quran. At least I know what the do's and don'ts. And I believe that all these people that are just killing, to me, they are not, to me, and I will say to the open, they are not real Muslim. That is one. 2, you cannot fight for God. It is even said in the Quran, you can't fight for all this jihad. The jihad that was actually said in the Holy Quran, it is just, okay, meet someone that, this religion is the religion of peace, can you just do it? That is jihad, if you said be the lie, that is what they are saying. Not jihad to go and kill, but the one they turn it to is to go and kill. As a matter of fact, I keep saying it that me as a Muslim in Yoruba land, I cannot lead a prayer. I can't lead Hausa. I can't lead a congregation of Hausa. They will not allow me because I'm not a true believer. And now, when this religion of a thing, when it becomes a crisis now, believe you me, we will all be running at Keta. And that is what everybody, because now the thing is that I'll be scared to go in the morning to go to the mosque to go and pray, because some people that don't hate religion will just clap on me. And exactly what will happen. And going back to what these politicians they've done, this government they've done, they've used poverty, they've used religion to weaponize everyone. And that is what is even bringing us down. We are not
the jihad that people are even talking about in the Quran can only be carried out, also can only be ordered if the leader of the country is a Muslim and you are practicing Islamic kind of doctrine. And that is when they will say, they are going after maybe another country, like what they are doing right now all over the place, the infidels versus the this and that, okay? Nigeria is not Islamic country. A group of people cannot suddenly want to push the Islamic Sharia, whereby citizens will be subjected to some of these 13th century archaic sort of like a treatment in the name of religion.
This morning, I stumbled on a post on Facebook about the listed on some these Sharia laws and the consequences attached to it. Oh my God, I was like, if this thing is actually done, now.
Yep.
For example, if you do blasphemy, they kill you. If you do this, they cut your hand. The second one, they cut the second hand. The third one, like, if it is done like that, then we all are politicians. All these are politicians. All these are politicians.
You are saying you're a Muslim. There's another one called apostate or something. That is, if you wake up tomorrow and you say you are no longer a Muslim, you are converting to another religion.
Yes,
you have committed something, and the next thing is that they should kill you. You know that?
So I want to bring an example, sir. There was one person that we had an interaction. We went to this theological, I think, this Islamic school in the north. The way this man is talking to me, Samaigo, I'm very sure that if I said anything, that if he's an extremist, and this is what I hate. That is why whenever I go to the mosque and I see one afar or one imam or somebody is now preaching something that is not in line with what I'll just honorably stand up. And that is exactly last week Friday. I was in a mosque and the afar was saying that let us pray for our, you know, the normal thing. I just stood up and I went away because I'm tired of listening to all these prayers. Someone will now say, let us pray for our country. And is this how other countries, is this how US, this is how they are growing? We keep praying, and yet they keep kidnapping. Like myself, like every day I keep hearing that, oh God, don't let them kidnap me. If they kidnap me, once they just give me a phone that I should call someone, I'll just call my parents that please do not raise any money because there's no amount of money you can raise that can even set me free. Mentally, I'll be deranged. So what else? Family, we cannot raise more. We cannot even raise 10 million naira in this current situation. So everybody is just living at the mercy of God. I wake up in the morning.
Most of the
tonight,
time,
thank God I'm going tonight.
You kidnap people that are struck. They don't have car. They don't have anything. No, they are cramped in a public taxi, right? Traveling long trip or 4 hours drive, right? They are cramped, with all their loads and everything. You stop them on the road and you are demanding for 50 million, 100 million naira from their families. So if those people get 80 million, 100 million, 50 million, they will be crammed in those crappy cars.
Exactly. Now, that is just so bizarre. As I speak to you now today, 1 kg of gas is 2,200. Kerosene is more than 2,000 naira.
I was just told recently that your gas in Nigeria now that you are buying for 2,200 per kg, 2,400 per kg, used to be 150 naira in 2023. This is not even like 2020, 2015.
Something that is not a byproduct. It's not a waste product that was just converted that we are using. Is that no gas?
Kg. So 2,400, 2,200 per kg. Try.
To just cap it up. Anybody around me that I have motivated for 50. If you say that me, I'll just say, Shebi wants him to enter. Let him enter. Even let him use 34 years. Because now the shege is affecting everyone. Now, I keep asking them, please, can you show me APC filling station? So probably I can go and get my fuel at 65 naira. I can go and buy my gas at probably 120. But yet we are still beyond the rail of these people. But no wala. This is Nigeria, and God will help us. But sometimes I was saying God has already leave us in this country. So but it is of nonsense to me. If they are praying for prosperity will never come. All these people that were kidnapped, that they are currently in the kidnapper day. I believe that early of January, they have a prophecy that God, this year that I'm going to, I believe that they went for crossover and they pray.
It's okay, brother. You have a good evening. Good night. When I was a little boy, I remember when there was this pandemic of kidnappers, those who were kidnapping children. And I was a little boy. That scared me to pieces. And I just felt a shiver now that I remember. As a little boy, that scared me to death. My parents probably didn't even know. Because the idea because in Odogbolu, where I grew up, I witnessed about 2-3 kidnappings. Do you get that now? Children. And I just felt like maybe one day I was just not going to be going to school. Somebody's just going to hit me with something and it will just take me. I mean, if you grew up in the late 80s, 90s, you remember that time that they will say they can turn you to yam. They may turn you to something and put you inside a bag. Nobody will know that you are there. That's what they do to kidnap people. You remember that time? It was scary. I was a little boy. Now as an adult, imagine if I am living in Nigeria, even not living in Nigeria, the thought of I can't travel from Lagos to Ibadan without actually being careful. I can't travel from Ijebu to Ibadan without being very, very careful. The thought of if I get kidnapped or if they kidnap me like this and I am subjected to the same treatment the same treatment that I've seen their victims being subjected to, like, that feels somehow. And I really feel for those of you who are living in Nigeria. And don't think you are alone. A lot of us who have families there, we all live in that state of apprehension too, worry. Some of us have actually raised money for ransom from abroad too. When loved ones were taken, they have to go and look for money. Like, okay, what should we do now? Okay, how much do they want? That kind of a thing. It could happen to just anyone. And that scares me. It's easier for us to say everybody should go and arm themselves and protect themselves, but we all know that's not actually how it works. As much as some of us can be saying these things from the position of privilege, in reality, the government itself is working against the interest of their own people. That you can say, oh, hang on, there is the provision that you could actually do that without any consequences. No, the government won't let you do that. And you can't do it behind them. Suddenly you will be treated worse than these murderers. It's crazy. And it's sad. Trust me. Hello. Or El Biafra or El Odudua. My dear brother, how are you?
I'm great. I'm pissed off. This show has everyone fired up. Another banger. Well done.
Thanks, man.
I just want to get straight to the point. Sadly, I hear a lot of callers calling in talking about our country. I want you to stop being delusional and realize Nigeria is over. It's done. There's nothing that anyone can do to bring it back or to solve this issue. The only issue is to dissolve it, break it up. Everyone go their way, and that's that. Never to be resurrected again. Nigeria has been taken over by Fulani. They have gotten a taste of power. They're not going to relinquish this power. The only way is going to get bloody, but it has to be because out of ignorance, everyone has been so docile, allowed tribalism to take them over because it's happened over there. Oh, it's not happening to my people, so I don't care. Now we allow this thing to get to where it is now. It has festered all over the place. Nigeria's on stage 4 cancer. So let's stop playing this game of wishing how to. Let's start talking about how to break it up and move forward. It's irredeemable. You know? So that's all I have to say. You've seen this.
Thank you, man.
Kidnappers and kidnappings.
Same story.
People
same mode. All the time, every day, but different victims.
Yes. All it is you're waiting for your turn.
We're all just waiting for our
About
turn.
the land grabbing. I'm also facing that right now in Imo State. I have a land that they're in the process of. They have taken it already. Vast of land by the governor of the so-called governor of Imo State. Right now, I don't know if I'm gonna get compensation or what. They've taken it.
Just like that.
You know, so just like that. We have all the paperwork, everything, all documents is gone. So
anyway,
how can you fix such thing like that?
You can't. You have to uproot the entire system, man. Anyway, thank you so much for calling in, okay? Enjoy the rest of the evening too.
All right.
brother. You have a good one. So let me quickly share this other story with you. Okay. It's been weeks, or should I say days now, right? Days of a speculation of Atiku finding a vice presidential kind of like a running mate, sort of. So it was said that, or rumored that, some of those in his party who felt cheated, as they've come to realize that the primary election was purely manipulated to eventually favor Atiku, and therefore they were going to pull out, and making it difficult for who should they then probably use as Atiku's running mate. Now, Amici was the top choice initially, but the way he reacted to the party primaries that produced Atiku made people believe that he was just bidding his time to probably pull out. But I think that speculation possibly should be put to an end now, as Amici was spotted at Atiku's house in Abuja this afternoon. And also again, changing the speculation that maybe he was called in to be interviewed as running mate to Atiku, or maybe it's just going to be the director general of Atiku's campaign. Now, like I said, just new speculations. This was him, Amici. Did you see Kenneth? Yeah, that's Kenneth Okonkwo. Kenneth Okonkwo is also pushing to become the spokesperson for Atiku's campaign. The position that Bolaji Abdullahi is also said to also be pushing for. So that if everything works well, and Atiku becomes your president, there is always going to be a ministerial position so willingly ready or readily available for these guys. So everybody's putting the asset together. So are those in NDC. That is Peter Obi's party, and Seriake Dixon. They're already calling Seriake Dixon Ayatollah of Supreme Leader of NDC. Because for some reason, the person who identified as their spokesperson released a statement this afternoon. Was it afternoon, this morning? And that statement seems so ambiguous, like condescending, enough that the obedient believes that they are the targets. I'm going to read it to you before we go. Trust me. So let me bring it up to make it look bigger. So maybe you can read with me. So quickly. So NDC posted on their Twitter, X, that Office of the National Police Secretary, even though they are already still battling with who are the winners, who are going to be the candidates. The party claimed that behind this, they are working to finalize those who are the candidates and their names to be submitted to INEC as the official contestants in the NDC. So a lot of them are now suspecting that some of the names that are going to appear will be names of those who bought their ways, getting the tickets. So they are accusing the party of taking money of taking tickets from the winners and giving them to highest bidders. So that controversy and all that. Then this release. They released publicity secretary of the ADC posted to set second NEC resolution. The NDC is committed to building the party as a strong and enduring institution with emphasis on party supremacy. The programs, policies, and appointments, except a personal staff of all government elected on the platform of the party must be made in consultation with the party. So NDC is saying that if you win election on their platform, everything you are going to be doing must be aligned with the party. You must consult with them. That's not bad, Abi. They say the party remains supreme, and members are expected to align their personal interests and agendas with those of the party. That's not bad, right? And they went on, or he went on, said, all affiliated groups and NGOs shall operate under the guidance and control of the party and must not function in parallel with or independently of the party structure. That's what got the obedient a little bit suspicious, that they want to use their party to swallow the movement and then control it in a way that if they did anything to Peter Obi, there will be no means of pushing or fighting back. A comprehensive code of conduct shall be established for all party officials and candidates. To this end, a committee has been constituted under the leadership of the National Legal Advisor to develop the framework of the guidelines. I mean, that's not bad. They want those who are going to use their party to abide by their rules, or something will happen. So a National Reconciliation Committee has been inaugurated to reconcile all aggrieved members of the party. I mean, they still haven't released the winners, the names of the winners and the numbers. It's more or less like the primary selection they conducted was just a jamboree, because right now the issue is nobody knows who won what. They just have to wait for the party to write names. And according to the party, they are already doing that. So they are also working to reconcile those who are going to be upset, angry. So NDC is being built as an institution, not a personality cult, political movement, or special purpose vehicle to be used and discarded. Alaye, you demand. What do you call it? NDC is an SPV. The obedient and the Kwakwanso that make up your probably 99% of your members or membership base today, or supporters, right? They were never NDC people. Do you understand? They were somewhere before they came to your party. You know, like he was begging them, he was meeting with all of these guys and said they should come to this party. How can you turn around and then begin to say your party is not SPV? If they decide to move tomorrow, nobody's going to talk about NDC again. Here you get. Well, anyway, the obedient are pretty much sending different missiles. There is a chance that there's going to be a blowover, a blow up in the coming days when the party make public the names of their candidates. I'm just warning you ahead of time, okay? So that when the blowback happens, right, you can remember tonight and say, well, we'll see how they will handle it. For the APC, they are also setting up reconciliation team, because, consensus also smashed APC too, where their members, who they promised automatic tickets, ended up losing to consensus candidates. These are the candidates anointed by the party or leadership or whatever, at different levels. So they are upset. And APC is also trying to reconcile them, promise them something, so on and so forth. I think that is where I'm going to draw the curtains this evening, right? So I want to say thank you to every one of you. So far, so good. Thanks so much for your time with Mayegun. And those of you who have actually liked or shared the broadcast as usual, thank you. And to the rest of us, let's see again another time. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary, Ayébi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary, Ayébi #1. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun Diary, Ayébi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary. àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún Diary Káyìdì number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí. Máyégún Diary Káyìdì number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún Diary Káyìdì number one. Máyégún Diary Diary Politico. Máyégún Diary Káyìdì number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún. Máyégún Diary Káyìdì number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Máyégún Diary Káyìdì number one. Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Máyégún Diary Káyìdì number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran.